Transport in Gauteng, Mamabolo, with us, and we are discussing how they are going to bring in efficiencies in the delivery of transport infrastructure via the Department of Transport Compliance Office. So, what are you saying, MEC? Are you saying come 22nd of March, you said you will deliver and you don't deliver? What does the Compliance Office do? Write a letter of demand, put it on your desk and say, well, company so-and-so, you said you will deliver March 22, you didn't, and you are now costing us more. Let's go to court and fight this out. How is it going to work?
Yes, so just before I answer that, allow me, please. Infrastructure, and particularly transport infrastructure, is considered very much important to create jobs, to reduce the high rate of unemployment. Just here in Waterfall, in the Mall of Africa, on Friday, we did a short turning of a road worth 300 million. The private property developers there said, once this road is finished, we have businesses and investments of 4 billion rands once the 300 million is finished. So you can see, if the road in Waterfall, in Allendale expansion, is not completed in time and cost and quality, it is holding back 4 billion rands. So the infrastructure, the Transport Infrastructure Compliance Office must follow a due process of the law. And if you are not delivering end of March, if you have, that's the agreement you have signed, they will then look at the progress you are making, put you on terms, maybe notify you for this month of March, you have missed your target. Come April, you miss your target. Then they say to you, you are in violation of the agreement and the contract that you have signed with the department. According to this contract, there are penalties in the agreement, and we are going to institute and enforce the penalties. One penalty might mean cancel this contract. This contractor and this consulting firm are wasting time. We are cancelling them. Let's bring somebody who can finish this job. Gone are the days when contractors treat the agreements, the contracts they sign with the department, treat them with contempt and disrespect the clauses that are written in there. But also ourselves as government, as a department, we must pay contractors in 30 days. The Compliance Office will say, MEC, you are in violation of the contract, you are not paying the service providers in 30 days. So it means both sides contribute to projects not performing, but where we are doing our part, and I can tell you, TM, corruption, greasing of hands, collusion between the service providers, our officials, they can't enforce the contract. So we have created an independent compliance office, and I can assure you, the compliance office will not implement what MEC Mamabolo is saying or want. It will implement the law, because our constitution, our country is run on the principle of the rule of law. So they will apply the law and enforce the law. No prejudice, no hatred, nothing, but the contract you have signed, the penalties in the contract. If you miss your cost, you miss your quality, you miss your deadline, we must take action and bring people who can do this job, because in the private sector, they don't do what they are doing in the public sector. And how are we going to create jobs? How are we going to unlock investments if the people we give jobs, instead of enforcing the law, they grease their hands, corruption and all that? So the Compliance Office must make sure that the law, nothing but the law written in the contracts, applies.
MEC, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Very clear. Thank you for coming on tonight. MEC for Public Transport and Roads Infrastructure, MEC Jacob Mamabolo there on the Compliance Office.